So we're going to talk about volume again. Volume is filling up the inside of something. So most people did good with the cube and the rectangular prism. But then when it came to the triangular prism, so I explicitly stated yesterday in my Zoom, when I ask about the base of a shape, I'm not talking about the bottom. Prisms are named after their bases. So a rectangular prism has all rectangular bases. This is technically a square-based prism, which has a special name of a cube, so all of their bases are squares. Both of these shapes right here are triangular prisms. Both of their bases are triangles. Just because on this one, on the bottom is a rectangle, that doesn't make its base a rectangle. Its bases are still triangles. Because I could take this and I could turn this. And if I wanted to, like, if I had it physically in front of you, it would be easier. But I could rotate this and tell you that this is then on the bottom, that triangle. Okay? So it's a triangular prism, so its base is still a triangle. Because the bases are the two identical shapes that a prism is named after. Okay? Here it's just oriented so that it's up and down where the base of the triangle is on the bottom. If I turn this that way, then I could say the rectangle's on the bottom, but its base is still a triangle. So we talked about volume. To find the volume, we found the area of the base, and then we multiplied it by the height of the prism. So we could also use some formulas as well. So for a cube, because you have all equal sides, I can do length times length times length, because you know that they're all going to be the same. You might also see it sometimes as s cubed, where s is the side length. So if I said that was the side, that was the side, and this was a side, because I'm multiplying it by itself 3 times. Because if I found the area of one square, I would do the length times the length, and then times the length again. So I could write down that formula if I want for a cube. For a rectangular prism, I would do just length times width times height, because if I found the area of the base or of a rectangle, I would do length times width here. So I would do length times width first, so L times W, and then I would multiply it by the height of the whole shape, or what connects this bottom to that top, which is this height here. So length times width times height. Where we need to remember is a triangular prism. So volume, we take the area of the triangle, because the area of the triangle is the base. So again, on this triangular prism, yes, there's a rectangle on the bottom, but it's a triangular prism, so it's named after its bases. So its base is still a triangle. So I have to follow that formula, 1/2 times base times height, and then I multiply it by the height of the whole prism. Or I like to look at it as the line that connects the two triangles. So there's one triangle in the back here and one in the front. And what's the length that connects it is this one. Okay, so we can't forget about following area of the triangle and then multiplying it by the height of the whole prism. Or, like I said, the line that connects the two triangles together.